7.5 billion people and 8.5 million species of animals, all on one Earth, the only planet in our galaxy known to sustain life with the right distance away from the sun, the right axis tilt, temperatures, and elements to support us all. Such unique circumstances have gotten us where we are now, but yet we manage to pollute and destroy the environment and the land around us. Not only do humans put out deadly fumes into the air, dispose of the waste into land and ocean, they also pollute the very community that they live and partake in. On average per year, Americans produce around 258 million tons of solid waste. A small percentage of this is recycled, and the rest goes into landfills, the ocean, and ends up in our local ecosystems. Keeping that in mind, what can one single individual do to help? Growing up on a farm and in very rural communities, I have always been drawn to the outdoor lifestyle. My parents taught me at a very young age to love the many different animals that we share this home with and to always be respectful of our environment. As I grew older, I traveled more. And as I traveled more, I was exposed to different sights and parts of this world. I ultimately grew a love for nature and the pure and pristine land that we all share. With everything going on these days with pollution, I decided I wanted to make a positive impact and started volunteer in order to help the environment. For the past 13 years, I have lived in a small town called Crystal River off the Gulf Coast. Crystal River and Homosassa are famous for their springs and the manatees that come every year. Tourists travel around the world just to come swim with the manatees. Keeping this environment clean is extremely important for the wildlife around it. I have had the pleasure to work with the St. Thomas the Apostle Church of Homosassa and help clean up certain parts of our community. As I first started out, I got acquainted with everyone. Everyone was extremely friendly and welcoming, so I had no anxiety about fitting right in. I even got to meet several people with the same background as me, who were Polish. The environmental cleanup process took hours at a time outside in the hot Florida weather. Picking up trash from the local forest and wilderness made me aware of how important it is to be cautious about how we dispose of things and that even a simple plastic bag can cause a big impact to the environment. Everyone's positive mindset allowed for this process to be enjoyable. Seeing results made me realize that one person can really contribute to the community and the environment. After this, I have decided to use reusable cups to get refills for my coffee at different coffee roasters. My family has been recycling for years now, but I encourage my friends to start as well. This volunteer process made me even more mindful of every action that we make. Now, imagine if every person had this kind of mindset. One day, the oceans and the land might be rid of waste, and the animals and plants wouldn't have to suffer due to man-made impact. This service project made me apply several concepts I have learned in class into real-life situations as well. The impact of our work is noticed by everyone. The environment we live in affects all of our living functions. We perceive the world we live in depending on the area surrounding us, and people from different places have different perceptions. Even by doing environmental work, I could see people using labels when associating polluting with a certain group of people.